Hey Flosstube! As you can see, I'm in a completely and utter different area. I'm usually doing my Flosstube videos downstairs, either in the kitchen or in the living room, but today, because I've got a lot of sorting out to do, I thought you may like me to join me for it, because I've recently gathered lots of cross-stitch patterns, kits, and they're just lying in bags everywhere. Where you're propped up at the minute, you're actually propped up against about 4 bags. So I hope it keeps you up anyway. It keeps you standing up. I'm not sure what the Flosstube this is. Is it number 8? I don't know. Firstly, I'm going to quickly show you what I've been working on before. I'm actually kneeling on the floor at the minute, down by the side of the bed. So, because everything is completely on the bed. I've opened up the curtains as well, because it's usually dark in here. But, anyhow, I'm not taking it out of the frame. As you can see, before, I'm not sure if I showed you, I'd been working on the black part of the Girl of the Rainbow cross stitch. I've just started going across this green bit now. Well, just this green bit. You can't see the girl fully because I've got the Q snap on her, but I don't really want to take it off at the minute because I'll probably have trouble getting it on. I haven't worked on that for a few days though, because I thought I'd have a bit of a change, and you've seen me working on another project before. Before I say, look at the project bag. Thank you, Lolly. Yes, I'm the lady that purchased the project bag from, I purchased this from Lollipop Stitches on Etsy. I have actually got my little kit inside of it. It can fit a 8x8 Q snap, but I've got a little circle frame. I just want to say thank you so much, Lolly. I really do love this, and I shall definitely be getting some more in the future. What I've got in it, what I've been working on, I was working on it last night till quite late. I think it was about 12:30, and I didn't even notice until my husband said. It might not look much, but I'm a slow stitcher, so if you remember me showing you the teddy bear cross stitch that I did before I'd just done some of the flowers. Well, I've done his trousers there and that, so you can see that I've done a lot of that last night, and I'll keep that in the frame. So that is what I've actually been working on. Like I said, I'm quite a bit of a slow stitcher, so I haven't been doing a whole lot. Did I show you my tin before in my other video? My little tin where I keep my bits and bobs in. I've got things like my needle minders in there, which is stuck to the lid because of the magnets. So I've got them there. Those needle minders are what I made myself. I keep things like I keep a marker pen in my tin because that's great for marking charts off. I do recommend though, if it's charts that you do want to use again, that you get if you're allowed to, if you've got a photocopier, get them photocopied, but me, I just mark them off as I go along. I've got my scissors in there as well. Stickers. So I always use like stickers if I send something off. I've got some gems, embellishments here to make some more needle minders for when I get more magnets. Got glue, super glue for the needle minders, material, gel pen. Basically I just keep the little nicks and naps in here. So I'm going to put that there. Right, I'll make a start on this. I recently bought, because I had my cross stitch stuff in one before I actually quit cross stitching for a while, but then I took everything out because I needed the actual the small plastic drawers for my daughter's clothes when she came along. So I took everything out and they ended up in the loft. I retrieved quite a few things from the loft, but there is quite a few bits that's missing. My husband said there's no more cross stitch stuff in there whatsoever, but I think there is. I think it's hiding somewhere. it's got to be hiding somewhere. One day I'm going to come across those tin of threads that I lost that I've mentioned in my past videos. I feel really gutted that I can't find them. Anyhow, the thing that I bought is, if I can try and lift it up here, or I could bring you over, I'll lift it up just a bit. Have you seen these before? They're like a set of drawers. There is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 drawers. There is, and I thought the way the bags was at the side, it looked a complete and utter mess. So I thought that I would start putting all my little kits and bits and bobs in here. So the top drawer I'm going to use for my small kits, like things from magazines and my smaller kits that I've bought. So that's a recent purchase that I had. I had a magazine and it came with this 3-in-1 stitch kit. I don't tend to buy a lot of magazines now because I did have a lot before, but I just like the idea of these little kits here, and I thought they might be lovely to make some cards for Christmas. So I'm actually, as I'm going along, going through the things, I'm going to put them in the drawers, so that one can go in there. Magazines, I'll sort the magazines out in a minute. I'll go through this bag first. Another kit that I've actually got is this one. It's a printed kit. The design is already on the fabric. I might have showed this in my past video, I might not have done, I can't really remember. But I don't know what that means. If any of you do, can you let me know? My husband, I think he said he does. I started stitching it, but then I stopped for a bit because even though it's something really simple to do, I just found it a little bit boring because it was just the same colour. It's like the material's massive and it's just using yellow or black, so I wasn't wildly impressed with that one. I think the second drawer I might use for medium to large kits. I think I'm going to class that as a large kit actually, because it is quite big. And the bottom drawer, obviously, I'm going to use that for my patterns. So, something for Christmas, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's in my cross stitch stuff for. It's your countdown to Christmas. I'll just put that down the side there. Frames, yes. I've got plenty of frames and I've got the brilliant idea where that can go actually. I have got a drawer underneath my bed. These frames can go in there. Perfect idea. I'd only just thought about that while being down here. Like these, I'd class these as medium kits. So I'll show that in my previous video I think. So I'm going to put that in there. This is another medium kit which I showed in my previous video. Them Hobbycraft made. I'm not sure if it's using DMC thread. I don't think so, as it is quite a cheaper brand. Let's have a look at this way. I'm going to empty this bag first. Get this sorted. And I've got a bit of thread there. But first I'll sort this tapestry kit. You'll probably remember me showing this in my previous videos. I had that bought for me for a one Christmas because my mother-in-law, she bought it me because I absolutely loved it. When I saw this, it just reminded me of my travels when I used to go back and forth visiting home and coming back. So I used to visit my parents in the West Midlands before they passed away. And that, I just fell in love with it because it just reminded me of it. And the bridge here reminds me a little bit as when you're going through Preston, because I live in Morecambe, so you have to go through Preston, Lancaster as well. And that just reminds me a bit about Preston when I'm going through there. So she bought me that, which I haven't done yet, but I promise I shall get round to doing. Got a little kit here, a Christmas one, that you've probably seen before, that I did in my previous video with anger threads. I'm not sure whether to put that in medium or small. I think because it's quite a nice little, it's quite a nice decent kit. It's not exactly small, is it? Yeah, I'm going to put that in medium, kits. I'm going to put that in the medium. I hope I don't bore you. I just thought it's something that needs doing. I need to sort it out. And it is Flosstube. And so I thought, what better than to share sorting it out with you lot. So you remember me doing that one the other week? That is going to go in large kits. That is. I want to do that one pretty soon. When I've finished the one of the teddy bears, I'm going to do that one. Because I really do want to do that and get it ready for Halloween. I reviewed that one as well. That's another anchor kit that I got, but it's long stitch, that is. Long stitch threads. So I got that from Hobbycraft when I went to see my friend a few weeks ago. Now, oh, I hope I'm going to get everything in it. It's getting a bit full already, the large kits. What's this one? Oh, fabric. I didn't think about that. About where to put my fabric. Actually, the bottom drawer, I think it's going to have fabrics. The bottom drawer is going to have to be fabrics. There's a bookmarker there. An anchor kit. Newton's Law. Bookmark. May do that, well, not may, I will do that definitely sometime. So I think I'm going to use my bottom drawer now for my material by the looks of it. Oh. Threads. These are my bag of DMC threads that I have at the minute. I haven't got them sorted into those boxes because I just haven't got anywhere to put the boxes. Wish I did, but I just haven't. So, threads there. I think I'm going to put that in the bottom drawer with the materials, because at least then I'll have all the thread and materials together. Oh, charts. Got a few charts here and I have no idea where to put them, because there's not enough room there. Unless, well, I could either put the charts in the same thread in the materials drawer until I can get a folder. What do you think? And then sort them out later. Yeah, I think I'm going to put, at the minute, I'm going to put the charts in with the threads and the materials until I can get something better to put them in. Here, I've got, this is what I showed you before of the fabric where the cross stitch is already printed on. I'm going to leave that. This is fabric, but it's something printed on, so I'm going to class this as a kit, because all I need to do is go in the bottom one and get that out. So I haven't got a thing for it to go in at the minute. I'll just put it in like this. I can put that at the beginning. Go in. Let's have a look up front. I've got a couple of little kits here. I've got a poppy kit with the frame. I've got that in it, and the threads and the material as well. It's 14 counts. I don't know whether it's DMC. Could be. Yeah, it is. You can see at the top. It's DMC thread. It's an old kit that I found with a bag of stuff that I thought I'd lost but actually found. I've got a little kit there with a card that I had free with a magazine. It's cute that is, isn't it? So I'm going to put that in the top drawer. Things like small kits and everything I'm going to put in the top drawer. And what get free with the magazine. We've got some Black Ada. That's what I purchased when I was going to do one of my gothic pictures. I started collecting the thread, but because there's that much thread to get and it was that costly, I just stopped after a while. So got that kit. which is, it's a stamped cross stitch one. I'm not going to get it out now because knowing my luck I won't get the thing back in, but I brought that for my daughter's room to do for. Look how pretty that is. That is really gorgeous, isn't it? I really love that one. Extremely pretty that is. I'll probably do that one in the new year when I've done half the stuff I want to do. I haven't done anything on my Pinocchio for a long time. Disgusted in myself with that. I'm going to do it though. I've got that. Yeah, the story behind this, it's quite sad really. This kit I had free with a magazine sometime about probably 2 years ago now. I just never made it because I was doing quite a few things. I brought it particularly because it was for Father's Day and because it had number one dad. I originally brought it for my dad, but unfortunately I never got to make it for him because he passed away last year. I should have done it, but I did him the cross stitch piece of the Titanic. If you go back to a few videos you'll see that one I do, but yeah, still got that one. I'll do that for my husband though, from the children, so it's not going to go to waste. I've got this one. I've had this one a few years. I had that sent to me from, it was Stitch of Kindness, and this was a few years ago now. Oh, well, I've lived here since 2012. That's 5 years. I've had this about 7 years, 6 or 7 years, and I've just never done it. So I'll get that done. I'm going to put that in medium, because even though it looks small, it could be a medium one, that could. So I'm going to put that in the medium straw. Ah, me gorgeous one. You gorgeous, you get it, yeah, it's gorgeous. Pulling on your heartstrings. I purchased this from Facebook, as you do, from a cross stitch selling site on Facebook. What attracted me to it was the material in the background. I thought that was so pretty, and I love purple colour, and I just love the design of it. This is using, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could be right. Oh, 16 count colour printed Saiga. I didn't know it was 16, I thought it was 14, but it's 16 count Ada. And needles, special effect thread. Oh, yeah, I can see it there. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but that one at the bottom, that black one, I don't think you can see it, but I can always show you when I actually decide to stitch it. I'm going to put that in the large kits because it is a fairly large design. So have a look here, what have I got? Ooh, a chart. A Christmassy chart there. I had that free. Amazing. I had that given to me free when I went in my local craft shop, and I brought some threads. So I'm going to put, because it's charts, I'm going to put it in the bottom drawer. I'm not going to try it too long, so I don't want to leave my thing downstairs. If you remember me showing that one in my previous video, this is Elvis Presley. I bought this simply because of it being Elvis Presley, because my dad, he looked a lot like Elvis. Him and my mum loved Elvis Presley. They absolutely loved him. And my dad just looked just like him. So I thought what a fitting tribute for my dad then to do that. So I'm going to put that in large kits. And my large kits drawer is getting very full now. I may have to put some in that bed below, in my drawer below. I've got this one. It's a dimensions kit. I've never done a dimensions kit before, because I must admit every time I've looked at one they look absolutely beautiful. Really gorgeous, beautiful, but scary at the same time. Because there can be quite a few backstitch, and I just I'm no good at backstitch. I really don't like it. So when I can avoid backstitch the possible, I really do. So there you go. Got the threads and everything at the back. I think it's DMC. It's 14 count blue Ada, and the design is by Simon Treadwell. So, and the finished design is 25.4 centimetres by 25.4, so 10 by 10 inches. That's pretty. It's really nice, that is. I'll be doing that in November for Christmas. I want to put that in the large kits. I think what I'm going to have to do is, because obviously the drawer is getting full now with the kits, so the more larger kits I get, poop. Oh, that's alright. The more large kits I'm getting, I'm going to have to put in the bottom drawer of the bed and just stock up the drawers as I go along stitching, so I don't think I'm going to get much larger kits in there now. Sorry, I'm trying to straighten this up. This one's another larger. This one's another larger kit. I bought this off eBay because my son, he likes Postman Pat. It wasn't £3, I'm sure I paid more than that from eBay. But my son, like I said, he likes Postman Pat. It's got the thread in the back. 14 count. I'm sure it's DMC threads as well. So I bought that to do for his room because he's a sweetheart. So to do that, see if I can pop some large kits behind it. If you remember me showing you the smallest house, that in Conway. A 6-foot man lived in that house. Can you see how small it is? That house still stands now. It's in Wales in England. It's in Conway, next to the castle. And that's the littlest house in Britain. And like I said, a 6-foot man lived in it. I am only about 5 foot something, and it was even tight for me to walk in there. So can you imagine what it was like, a 6-foot man being in there? But it's true. It is true, he did live there, and I've got a nice pretty frame to go with it as well. So in the smallest house, so I'm going to put that in the middle one. I bought that one because it reminded me of family holidays. Because when I was younger, we used to go on family holidays as a child, and we always used to go to Llandudno, and we used to go to Conway as well. So it just reminded me of that. Right, Postman Pat. Another one for my son's room, which you probably remember me doing before. I'm not going to class this as a small kit. I'm going to class it as a medium. Small kits what I'm going to class are things like bookmarks and like that. I've got a chart which I had with a magazine, Country Companions. That looks like it has a fair bit of backstitch to it, but I'm going to do it anyway sometime. Right, charts. Like I said, those can go in the bottom bit. Got a craft kit here of a little girl's dress. I'm going to do this for my daughter's 2nd birthday, which is in November the 20th. And I've got some embellishments, number 2 embellishments and that, and a few things to stick on the front of the card. It's anchor kit, so obviously it comes with anchor thread. It's 14 count stitched on 14 count Ada. So there you go. Remember me showing you that before. I'm going to do that for her because she's my little princess. I call her my little princess. She's a little madam sometimes, but she's my little princess. I have got, this one. I'm going to class this as a small kit. I know it might take longer to do, but I'm going to class it as a medium one, yeah. This, my dad bought me this. He brought it me a few years ago when he got his scooter. Because when he had his scooter, he used to go everywhere on it. Around the park. He used to get a right tan. And the ones he went into Hobbycraft. My dad's never been one for big shopping and that. Mum was always the one to do the shopping. So he went in Hobbycraft and he bought me another dog kit along with this one. And the reason why makes me happy, and I hold it dear to my heart, because obviously my dad's no longer with me, is he picked it himself, because he knows I like doggies. So there you go, still got that. I'm going to do it. Everything that I've got I intend to do. I want to do. I've got a word search book. I don't know why that was in my cross stitch stash, but hey ho. I'm going to put that on top there. Oh, in my stash as well, I've got a knitting pattern, because I used to knit. Why that's in my cross stitch bag I don't know. I'm actually going to put that in another bag, and because I don't knit anymore, not really. So I'm going to just put that over there. I've got a mosaic tray craft kit, and I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking this is Flosstube, this is supposed to be about cross stitch kits and that, and it mostly is about cross stitch kits. I've just got a bit of extra thrown in here and there, but yeah. But obviously someday I will do it when I seem to have more time. It'll be done. I'm going to put that on top of me drawers there. You okay? Honey? Yes. Yeah, I have a story about this one. You okay? Everyone on Flosstube? Right. I was just asking if you was okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this one, I was not best impressed with this. I bought this, yeah, another thing, when you go on eBay to look at kits, bear in mind what kits you do get from what sellers. When you go for a kit, always check the seller first and see what them rated as, because this one, I didn't really check the seller. I just seen a picture on Facebook, on eBay, and because it was a Disney picture I went for it, and because I really thought it was pretty and I really liked it. I can't show you the actual chart because obviously I'm not allowed to do that, but when it was printed it was like this. It might not look so bad compared to where you're sitting, but it doesn't look so bad when it's like that. But when I hold it close, I don't know if you can tell, but you probably can't because of the dark, but it is very pixelated. The picture was extremely pixelated, not to mention I've took the material out now because there's no way I was using that. I had some 14 coat Ada which he was supposed to use, and I'm not joking you, a picture like that, you think it's not going to be small, but it's not going to be massive, but it's not going to be small either. And I'm not joking you, the size of the material I had was about the size of that. And I thought, no way am I going to be able to stitch that on the material that they gave me. So I was not best impressed with it. I went on, so I thought I'm going to actually go on to and check their ratings. And when I did, it was then that I found out there was a couple of happy customers, but not many. There was a few people that had complained because they either didn't get the kit or they had to get onto the seller a few times about the kit, which I actually had to do myself. Because fair enough, I'd ordered it near November time, and November obviously Christmas and December and that. But it was about a week late, a week and a half late, and I wasn't impressed with the material, and I thought I'm not going to complain now because I'm not sending it back because it had cost me to send it back. So I thought I'm going to keep it. Hopefully I'm going to try and stitch it, and hopefully it'll look better when it's stitched. I have the thread with it there. The thread doesn't look too bad, so that's one thing. So this one, obviously being a large kit, I'm going to class that as large, so I'm going to put it in there. I'm not going to get any more in the large now. This is what my mum bought me quite a few years ago now, before she passed away. Obviously you remember in my few videos that I've mentioned about my parents. I don't want to keep mentioning it, keep going on about it, because obviously it can be upsetting to me sometimes. Sometimes I don't mind talking about it, but other times it just reminds me every single day of what's not here now. I do have things here. I have my son, I have my daughter, I have my husband, which I love the three of them all and life itself. But yeah, but it also reminds me of what I don't have now, of my parents, and yeah. Anyhow, so we don't go on to that too much, because like I said, when I do start talking about it, that's when I get tearful. So that's what my mum bought me. It comes with a canvas, so when you've stitched it you can attach it to the canvas. So in my mum's loving memory, I shall get that done, I promise. I will, Mum. I promise I will. So, and I think that's the last one I'm going to get in my large pictures, so I'm going to have to put the large kits in the bottom drawer now. This, oh gosh, I forgot about all this lot. Frames. More frames. Ooh, I'm going to be here forever. I may have to cut you off after a while, because there's still a fair bit to go through. I've got hoops. There, a few hoops, so them are a bottom drawer thing. So I'll get those in the bottom drawer. Got a chart book with Christmas designs in. Be careful not to show the designs. Got I think you may remember me showing this in previous videos. It's just mostly like cards, chart for cards, chart for cards, chart for cards. So, bits of paper. Yeah, I accumulate quite a bit of paper. Got a bit of material there, 14 count, beige. Another little hoop. It's a little baby hoop, that is. Chuck that in there. I'm going to have to put that at the back. I might leave that open actually, because I'm going to have to put my big bits in there. Got some 14 count cream Ada there. I have 14 count Zygarde light blue Ada there. I have a Christmas luxury chart book, which that can go in the bottom. I have 14 count what looks like cream Ada again. There. Finding all sorts of stuff now. This is black, isn't it? Yeah, 14 count black Ada. As you can tell, I prefer to stitch on Ada a lot. It's not I don't like stitching, well, I say I don't like stitching on other stuff. It's, I haven't got a lot of experience stitching on other stuff, to be honest. I think I tried once and failed miserably. I've got my other cheap Ada in there. I'm not going to actually sort through that now. I should just throw it all in there. I'm going to have to sort through all my Ada. Obviously, Ada. What am I on about? It's not Ada. I'm losing the plot. It happens after a while. You start to lose the plot a bit. Just chuck that down there. Oh, why did I start this? Yeah, why did I start it? Oh, there it is. I thought I'd lost these. I've got 2 coasters. I brought these a long time ago, I think, as well, when I lived back in the West Midlands. I've got a Christmassy one there of Santa. It comes with the Ada and the thread. And I've also got one, this, that's 14 count, this is 18 count cross stitch Ada. And it's one of a rose. It's quite pretty, that is. I do like that. So I'm going to put that in the top drawer. These are my finished designs, what I've actually stitched, my finished ones. So I'm going to put that, just dump that under there for now. I'm going to put this in another bottom drawer. It's actually in my daughter's room, so I'm going to do that. I've got this, which is, it's a couple of magazines, including a Christmassy one. You've got aid, a thread, cards, ribbon, oh, quite a few things there. So that's my little big thing I've got there. So I'm going to put that in the bottom drawer as well, because I think I said to you before, I'm not going to fit it in the large kits now, am I? So that is that bag emptied. Just shouldn't dump that. That's that bag done. Oh crikey. You know when you put stuff somewhere and you think you're going to make it look tidy and it just looks a complete and utter atrocious mess. I'm going to put my cross-stitch bag down the corner there. I may, guys, I think I'm going to have to move, you know. I've got colouring books there and DVDs still haven't sorted out from my birthday yet. I'm just going to prop you there a minute because I need this back. Oh God! Oh. Christmas. What's a Christmas bag collection? I don't even know what that's in there for. See, I told you. Oh, for this stuff. Now I'm gonna be a devil now and do the most devilist thing. I'm gonna chuck it at the back of my bed. Oh, I think, to be honest, it's going to take me quite a long time to go through this to try and sort it all out. So I'm going to have to do it a bit by bit as time goes through. Yeah, I've got that one, which I showed you before, of anchor. My anchor thread there. That looks like a fairly big, a large design, so I think when I started this I was kind of underestimating I was kind of underestimating how long it would take to do. Gosh, there's threads and everything in here. I'm just gonna have to do that another time. There's too much in there. I can always go through with it with you on the next video I do. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, I just dumped my back down there. So I'll quickly show you this. This is my diamond painting. Do you remember me showing you in previous videos? This is where I've got up to with it. Nice, isn't it? That's my husband, that is. It's just taking a very long time to do at the minute, and it hurts my back as well. But I love doing the diamond paint. A couple of videos I'll show you how I do those. So, yeah. I'm going to stuff that down there. I'm not actually going to be long now because I really need to get going downstairs. Got my bookmark thing there, my lights, because I need to be doing tea in a minute. Got my book that I'm reading at the minute, Beautiful Disaster. So if anyone likes books, I definitely highly recommend that one. I've recently been watching, and I've actually watched all the videos, is Top Knot Stitcher. I really can't remember your name. As for your name, I can't remember. I'm really sorry. But she's the lady that loves doing the Harry Potter cross stitches, who lives in San Francisco, I think. Yeah, I think she's really cute. I love her to bits. She makes me laugh. I love her cat. Her cat is so cute, and she's an enabler as well for books, by the way, because she, in one of her videos, she told people about this one book, which is like a murder and mystery, and it's a lady that owns a crafting cross-stitch shop. I don't know a whole lot about it at the minute, because I actually ordered the book when she said about it. I've not even finished watching a video before I ordered it, so I'm waiting for that to come. But if you're watching this, Top Knot Stitcher, I do recommend this one. I really love it. As you can tell in the background, I have plenty of books. Absolutely plenty of books. So I'm going to quickly... That's my Halloween one. Halloween magazine that I got. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put both my magazines on top of here for now. Charts, that can go in the bottom one. Another frame. Did you know? Unless you didn't guess it was that, did you? Right, threads. The reason why I'm actually going through this quicker is, like I said, I need to get going now because I need to get downstairs to do some tea. I think we're having sausage and chips tonight with some beans. So I'm going to put my Ada. Got these small kits, Christmassy ones. If you remember me showing you in my previous videos, I'm going to put those in the top drawer. Cards can go in the bottom drawer of the bed. Ada can go in the bottom drawer of that. Sampler, because it's a large-ish one, that is going to have to go in the bottom drawer of the bed as well. Look at all this Ada here. Oh my life. Do you know when you kind of underestimate the amount of Ada that you own? Look at that. It needs washing now, to be honest. It is a bit mucky. So it does need washing. But for now, actually I'm going to dump it in the bottom of the bed. Do you notice that I dump a lot of things everywhere? Yeah, my husband's not going to be best impressed with it. Just put the rubbish in there. I'm going to stand up now because my knees are getting a bit sore. Oh gosh, that's a lot of money. This bag, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go through it another time. So for now, I'm going to do what any other stitcher naturally does. And I'm going to drop it at the back of the head. But I can sort it out another time, can't I? I am actually going to say goodbye for now because it's just a case of just tidying up and you don't really want to watch me do that. And besides, I've kept you chatting for like 43 minutes if you haven't turned off already. If you have, I really and utterly do not blame you. But anyhow, thank you for watching. Before I say goodbye, I am going to show you closely at my book area. This is for anybody that's interested in books, but it's mainly for Top Knot Stitcher as well. So you can see our book collection. Oh, hang on a minute, I've just ripped up my rug. Here, have a quick look. Do you notice those books there? Harry Potter. Yep, a Harry Potter collection. And we've got Star Wars up there. Those are my husband's books, by the way. Got a lot of Clive Cussler, which used to be my mother-in-law's. A lot of Titanic books, because me and my husband are Titanic fans. And actually my husband is a descendant of the Titanic family. The headband member, he's a descendant of my husband, and it's very uncanny how much they both look like each other. And I don't mean they look like each other, look spitting image of each other. So that was the headband member, was my husband's ancestor. We've got books up there, Buffy, if you can see them. I do apologise about the untidiness of the stuff, but I shall get it more tidy. I've got frames for when I've done my cross-stitch pieces, pencils for my adult colouring. Got a fox there, and that was my dog's before she sadly passed away. My point horror books, which I've been collecting since I was a child. Got all my other books there. All the others there. Can you imagine what it's like? Anyhow, like I said before, I keep waffling anymore because now I'm up to 45 minutes and I need to feed my babies. So thank you again for watching. I really want to thank everyone for all the likes and subscribers as well. I feel quite honoured that you want to actually subscribe to me and see my face even more and hear me chat. And I'll say goodbye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, obviously, as well. And subscribers, if you do subscribe, just leave a comment below. At least then I can have a look who you are who subscribed to me, and I can have a look at your channel then and see about subscribing to you, because I'd love to return the favour. So thank you so much, and I shall see you next time with less mess.